Good day, my beloveds. Many atheists ask Christians or religious people, is there a God? And if there is a God, who created your God? God created everything, but what created him? So let us start with, is there a God? And how do we prove to somebody that there is a God? Beloveds, God is not something. We have to remember that. God is the creator of everything that exists. And with our human little mind, we can't fathom God. And many people say that God is energy. Why do they say that? Because that's all we can understand. God created everything, but how much do we know about our creation? How much do we know about the universe? Everything that exists. Beloved, if we want to look at the intelligence of God or the intelligence that created us, and we want to actually ask a question like, who created him? Before we do something like that, let us look at the intelligence that created us. A little sperm created something like me within a mother's womb. And that sperm formed a human being. And that human being was born. And we started feeding it. And whatever it ate became it. When I eat something, beloved, it becomes me. When you feed your baby something, food, it grows because that food becomes it. The same as any animal or any living being. It grows with food and it comes from a sperm. How much intelligence is that? The eye that sees and it reflects back into the brain. Brain. Beloved, how does this thing work? And now we're talking about on the planet Earth. And we're not even a speck in the universe. So now we're questioning who this God is. Now there's some of us that are privileged enough to have been uplifted into higher levels of God consciousness. If I ask you, do you have a car in your garage at home? And you say yes. And I say no, but you don't have. What will you tell me? But I will go show you that I have a motor vehicle. So okay, go show me. What do you have to do to prove to me that you have a motor vehicle in your garage or at home or outside? You have to take me and you have to go show me. But I have to spend that or burn that energy to get up and to go and have a look whether you have a motor vehicle or not. Alright? I'm satisfied. You have a motor vehicle. So, show me that there's a God. Prove to me that there is a God. I can do that. But we have to remember, what we see around us is all God. The astral, the heavens, visible and invisible, is all God. What you see is God. What you touch is God. It's all inside God. It's created within God. So everything you see, every living form, every soul, every spirit, everything is God. And we have to rid ourselves. There's a formula of ridding ourselves of the human mind, all our collected memory, and to ascend in spirit and God consciousness to actually become one with our Creator. There's a formula, and that formula is called the path, or the middle way, or the way, Jesus Christ. And it's known by many names, beloved. So don't let's get confused or judge anybody about these things. So Jesus Christ is the path which leads to God. And what is that path? To die. So if you ask me, is there a God? I say yes, most definitely. Have you seen him? Yes. No, but if you see God, you will die. Well, I'm dead. You're speaking to a dead person. And they'll laugh at you. It doesn't matter. So, I must prove to you that there's a God. Yes, I will prove to you there's a God. I can take you to my God. How can you do that? What? Show me. Take me to your God. Remember one thing. My God is spirit. And you will not see him with this eye. And secondly, what are you willing to sacrifice to see my God? Are you willing to get up and to come see my God? Yes, I am. Let's go. All right. Shut your eyes. Let's pray. And I'll start teaching you. No, but you're not showing me God. Yes, God is spirit. You have to develop a spirit eye first before I can show you my God, because my God is spirit. With this eye, you will never see anything. With this eye, you see the God that you serve. Your God is this material world. Your God is ego and lust and greed and collecting everything you can in this realm, and which is part of the astral, the physical realm. This is your God. So before you can see my God, I have to rid you from your God to show you my God. And the only way that I can show you my God is for you to ascend above that which you love at this moment. So I can show you my God. I can take you to my God. But you're going to have to sacrifice your life. If I want to go into a spirit dimension, I have to leave this body behind. I have to leave this flesh behind. So when I leave this flesh, I will be able to walk through a wall. No material matter will have any effect on me anymore. I can go to the stars, through the sun, but I still won't see God, even if I left the body, because I'll still be attached to the material world, because that's what we love. So for us to see God, we have to break through the flesh. We have to get rid of the flesh and become spiritual. We have to take on the image of God. If you want to unite with a river, you have to become water. If you're oil, you'll float on the water. If you're a rock, you'll sink. If you don't become water, you won't become one with water. If you don't become air, you won't become one with air. If you don't become spirit, you won't become one with spirit. And that is why these are things we have to understand. That you cannot become one with God if you don't become God. If you don't take on His image. So, we as advanced spiritual Christians, we know that there's a God because we see God. It's our lives, isn't it? But we had to die before we could see our God. Not attending church services or really conquering the mind. To ascend in spirit consciousness, to become one with our Creator. But we are up and down. They call it the Jacob's ladder. We up and down this ladder. When we're at this level, we communicate at this level because God communicates at this level. If God doesn't communicate at this level which He created, then we'll never attain the consciousness and the wisdom to ascend to His level. And that's the problem. So yes, sir, I can show you that there's a God. But then you have to follow me. And then you have to listen to me. The same as you showed me your car. You said, come, it's there. If I walked that way, I wouldn't have seen your car. And I would have still said, no, you don't have a car. So we know. And that is why it's exactly the same with God. So we can't ask, who created your God? We can't even fathom who we are. We can't even fathom the vastness of the physical creation of this planet. And we want to ask, who is God and who created your God? Let's find out who our God is first. Let us get to the level where we become God conscious and then be interested. Because, beloved, if you're not interested in God, if it doesn't become your life, if you don't love God above everything, you will not see God. Not what people tell us. My love for this light, my love for this understanding, my love for this Creator is inside of me. I have to get rid of my thoughts, thinking outwards, and move inwards, withdraw my thoughts inwards, and then ascend in spirit consciousness to God. Where's God? Above us, in heaven, above us. So we have to ascend through these heavens. And when you read the book of Enoch, you'll see there's 13 heavens. There's more heavens. There's 7 heavens, according to the Bible. But that's another problem. We chucked out these books, the banned books from the Bible, because we don't understand them. And they even changed. The one we listen to, when you download these books, they've been changed already because they believe that Jesus is a physical being. And they believe that God is a human being. A human being can't create this, beloved. A human being is nothing. Because we are human, we want a bigger human to lead us. A more intelligent human to lead us. Because that's how dumb we are. That's how little we know. God is everywhere. God is within you. But you are imprisoning God with your human mind. Because you love this world, you're thinking outward. So yes, there is a God. But if you want to see my God, you will have to follow me. And then you will have to be willing to give your life. Everything you love, you have to reject. Because the Creator created all of that. You just think you're part of this world. You're not, beloved. What happens when you leave your body? You'll still be fleshly. Because the fleshly mind is who you are. So to leave this body is nothing. You didn't gain anything by leaving this body. You're not going to any God. God is within you. So when you leave the body, you are still fleshly, because there's the flesh that has to die, not this flesh. And if you didn't overcome the flesh and ascend into higher levels of consciousness, where God is, in the heavens, and also Satan, isn't it? Because the dragon, according to, I think it's Revelation 21, was in all 7 heavens. Lucifer, Satan, was in all 7 heavens. Within all of us. And we have to fight him at each level and get rid of him and get rid of the mind and get rid of the mind. And we ascend, the soul ascends to become one with the ocean of light, God. But please don't try and analyze that with your human understanding, because the intelligence that created us, and as I said before, it's not energy. God is not energy, and your spirit is not energy. Your spirit is mind. We say that it's energy because that's what we understand with our pineal little minds, because we all want to be scientists. And God is science, beloved. God is the creator of a scientist. God is the creator of a scientist's mind. God is the creator of a scientist's wisdom and knowledge and intelligence. He is that. He created it. So we can't compare this force named God, which is a word that we all say so quickly nowadays, and we don't even know what force we're talking about. So, yes, beloved, if people ask you that and they say, okay, well, who made God? Say, no, come back. Don't ask who made God. Let's see if there's a God first. If you want to see if there's a God, let's find the God. And once we find the God, then we can try and see who created this God. But who created you through that sperm? Don't you think all that needs intelligence? What intelligence created that? A leaf of a tree. All life on the planet. The entire universe. Who created that? Who's controlling it? Who's controlling the earth spinning around the sun and spinning around its own axle at the same time, 24 hours a day? It's amazing. Who controls that? That is our Creator. But again, if you want to see my God, follow me. I can show you. But are you willing to sacrifice? Not even advanced spirits are willing to give their lives to see my Father. And that I can tell you, in many churches and many religions, and I'm talking about all religions, when people hear the truth that they really have to give their life, not physically, but when they have to conquer the mind and become spirit beings, they run away. It's the same with Jesus in John 6:66. When he said to his disciples, he had 72 disciples, he said, if you don't drink my blood and eat my flesh, you have no part of me. And they said, those are hard words. Who can listen to it? And they left, and only the 12 remained. His disciples, beloved, 72 of them, only 12 remained. Are you one of those 72? No. Then you have to go through this journey to also follow the path Jesus Christ, or the middle way, or the Tao, or the path to become one with the Creator. We will continue with these teachings, beloved, because I see that many of our beloveds are looking for answers concerning these matters. Please don't think because we're Christian or we're religious that we shouldn't know these things. Scientists know nothing, beloved. They know the physical world. We know both worlds. So we should know what is happening in the physical side of life. I don't say we all have to have microscopes and analyze everything and dissect everything and to find out what's going on. We won't. It doesn't work that way. We want to become part of the Creator that created all of that. And that's what we're dissecting. We're dissecting our minds. We're dissecting our thoughts. We evolve. We are seeking the true Creator of what created all this. And it's not human. It's not man. So thank you for listening, beloveds. If there's anything you want to know, please ask. And please share. And God bless all of you.